In episode 1, we saw Gary Hart go from a frontrunner to a has-been because of a sex scandal, and episode 2 covers the fallout from that scandal. All those voters that had been supporting Gary Hart were disillusioned and disappointed, and most of them wound up supporting this guy, Senator Paul Simon. In an election where all the other Democrats were looking to the future, Simon was looking to the past. He was the oldest of the Democratic candidates, and his campaign espoused old-time values and frequently praised Harry Truman as a model for modern leadership. His traditional approach and his totally unglamorous image were reassuring to voters who felt betrayed by Hart, and it probably helped that he didn't exactly look like a ladies' man. Simon's rapid rise was widely described by journalists as being like a rocket ship.
He is a rocket ship, at least at this point in the campaign.
And this is why Tony the Clock is shown whizzing through space as he treats us to his golden voice.
Let's go on a journey through all time, a time that's changing all the time, it's time to go to time.
Because he shared a name with the famous singer Paul Simon, Senator Simon was always introducing himself as the one who doesn't sing. But eventually someone asked his family about that, and they revealed that he's actively discouraged from singing around the house because he was completely tone deaf and unable to carry a tune. The Time song takes us back to Victorian Britain, and this is because of an observation in the book Quest for the Presidency 1988 that Simon was as conspicuous among his post-liberal rivals as a Victorian settee in a room full of Bauhaus furniture. The Victorian segment also makes reference to 3 of his competitors: Jesse Jackson, who was noted for his rhyming aphorisms, Al Gore for his emphasis on pollution, and George Herbert Walker Bush for his dirty campaigning, which Simon described as having the smell of the sewer in his book about the 1988 campaign. The reference to batteries by the sewer guy is a more obscure Bush reference, as Bush has sometimes been compared to the Energizer Bunny, because he keeps going and going, but doesn't really have much to say on the issues.
You know what,
The battery bunny.
Yeah, I was the bunny.
That sounds like a very, very depressed dream.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Mine, it's a terrible dream. It's a depressing dream to dream about that rabbit. It's got no brain. It's got no blood. It's got no anima. It just keeps banging on those meaningless symbols endlessly and going and going and going.
The repeated references in this segment to cobbles does not refer to the cobblestone streets of Victorian London, but rather to the cobbling together of political campaigns, which are usually built in a hurry and have to be altered constantly for changing conditions on the ground. And the talk about withering trees is a reference to a tree planting program that Simon proposed when he was running for president. And the House of Cards duck is shown building is a reference to the 1990 British TV series House of Cards, which featured Sir Ian Richardson playing a symbolic version of Bob Dole in the 1988 election cycle. This episode also introduces Yellow Guy's dad, Roy, who represents Roger Ailes, the dark prince of politics in the 1980s. Roy is a fan of internet porn, but in real life, Roger Ailes was the Harvey Weinstein of politics. The gruesome details can be found in the documentary Divide and Conquer, if you're interested. The sudden accumulation of fish is another reference to the book What It Takes, where Richard Ben Kramer uses rotten fish as a metaphor for potential scandals. Red Guy is surrounded by fish because Joe Biden would soon be driven out of the election by a series of scandals and accusations. Tony has a pretty good time lecturing the guys until they start asking questions about what he's saying. Then he screeches at them until their ears bleed. This represents the problem Simon had with his economic proposals. He had difficulty explaining them, and when he was attacked for this, he reacted badly, which damaged his kindly old uncle image and led to the reversal of fortunes for his campaign. Simon would struggle on till Illinois, and although he didn't win, he did exert a positive influence against dirty campaigning. Next up is episode 3, where we'll all get to learn about love straight from the lips of Reverend Jesse Jackson.